Very small video. It's the 18th of April 2026. I've just come into town to get the paper and a few bits. It's a lovely day. I walked through Grove Park, really pretty in spring. I love the fresh greenness of spring. So I thought, I'll just go for a little wander up in the wood. Just a small wander. Football's on later. England women play Iceland women in Iceland. That's on at 5:30, but probably starts 5 o'clock. But this is a little path I sometimes take when I've come up through the Grove Park, or I go back that way. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is spring, everyone. This is spring, it's beautiful. They've started labelling quite a few trees with lovely wooden plaques around town. Not up here, but in the parks. I think it's really good because I think I used to know more than I remember now, names of the trees. Obviously I know the basic ones. But, and of course I see trees all the time. Yeah, so I think it's a good idea for children as well to know what the trees are. But just like I said, I did used to know a lot more when I was a kid. I knew every bird. I knew what their nests were, what colour their eggs were, everything. But I couldn't tell you now. I know seagulls are very scruffy nest builders. Out on the steep home when I went on the island, they really almost lay their eggs straight on the ground. They don't really take any care. Not like that swan I saw the other day. The care that swan was taking, almost weaving a big round nest for the eggs to protect them. There were 2 large white eggs in the nest. Only one swan that I could see, but they usually are in pairs. The robins, the leaves, aren't they? Yeah, the other video just cut out a bit. A few bluebells about. A few people. There's always more people if you feel worried about walking in the wood. Saturdays especially. And in the daytime, you know, there's usually more people around if you don't feel very safe. Usually. But I think it's been quite quiet even in town. They've got like a food event going on. There's lots of different people selling different types of food. I always get hungry when I walk through there, thinking, oh, I'd love to have one of those hot dogs. I never do. I remember when this path here, this main path over there, backbone of the fort really, the high up one anyway, there's one down the other side, and this is just a little like a tributary really path, almost like a stream, part of the network, the trees, and they all join up the roots. And when I first explored here, say 15 years ago, this was very, very dense woodland here. You couldn't see through there. The path was very, very narrow. It was a lot more thick with vegetation. But, so yeah, bluebirds popping up on. It would take them quite a while. They'd have to have a lot of permission, I think, to slaughter every tree here. Now this is where I'm going to make a decision whether to turn back now, because I can go up to the tower and then do a little path round and then go back home, or I can turn left here and go down the north side, do a little bit more. I don't know. I really don't know what to do, really. I'm in two minds. There are lots of decisions I could do. Something tells me not to do too much today because I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow. So maybe I won't do too much today. These lovely trees, look at them everyone. I've got some beautiful photos here that I took, some of my best photos ever with the Sony. And it was a morning walk, or it could have been late afternoon, I'm not sure. It was when the mist was rising and it was touching like the sun or something was out, and it showed these beautiful sunbeams. And on my YouTube account I've got one of those pictures which I'll always leave on there, and it was from here. I stood over there somewhere and took some photographs this way. In fact, that particular day I took quite a few photos, and it was nice. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much today. I'm really enjoying this little walk, and I feel better. I'm glad I got up here because I had to have a puff on the inhaler a minute ago before I come up here. So that's probably helping. But as soon as I get up here, it's like peace. Get the old jogger running through. People with their dogs. Some people with their children. Right, I'm going to turn off, folks. It's so gorgeous. Right, just a last little video, really. I'm not doing I decided not to overdo it today, because I plan to go out tomorrow, Sunday. There's football on later. But I am enjoying the fresh air and the greenery. Don't forget, I've been coming here all year, telling them when it's been naked and bare here. Now you've got the bluebells popping up everywhere, look. And there's various little tracks I can do and just gently wander along them without overdoing it. God, that looked like blackbird, a female blackbird with a male blackbird after her. I'm still waiting for someone to come on. No, not really. Too late, isn't it? Joke. Oh dear, never mind. You never know how your life's going to end up, you know. You never really know. Not till the last minute, either. There's a lot I wouldn't change, but there's two things I think I would have taken, if I'd known what I know now. I think I would have taken quite a sharp turnabout, not just change of direction. Exactly. But you can't go back, unfortunately. There's some things I don't want to go back for. But you never, like you say, you never know. For example, if my mother hadn't died when I was 14, how would my life have turned out then? I might never have moved out of Somerset and explored places. And things like that, you know. I'm quite happy with a lot of things I've done. I've enjoyed my education, and I was carrying on my education with Future Learn for quite a few years. Archaeology, history, genealogy, forensics. I did a whole mixture of things with them. Great, I really enjoyed it. My experience with them, because it wasn't threatening, there was no pressure. But you could learn a lot. It wasn't like exam based or anything like that. And you were guided, you know, and given reading materials and things like that. I quite like that. You know, I know you can just go to the library and pick up a load of books or go online. But when it's a little bit of structure, it sometimes motivates you a bit to get into it. Didn't need much motivation. I loved a lot of it. It was very good videos. It was more participatory than the one I did with Cambridge University. I did a course with them, quite expensive, on death and burial and all that around the world. But I didn't find it very interactive. I was hoping it was going to be a Zoom experience. I really thought it was going to be, like interaction more, and it wasn't. So basically it was just not a very good lecturer. I'm not knocking her at all. Very good lecturer, and knew her stuff and things like that. And you could share your own feelings and thoughts. But it was just really a load of material to get through. And then answer some questions on it all, Right, over out. Somebody's coming.